329 BC. Italy. Warring city-states vie for power and superiority over their neighbours. I am Victoria, your advisor. I will be your guide through the world of Rome Total War. Follow my instructions and you will learn everything you need to know. To continue, left-click the Dismiss button on this panel or my portrait. This is the area around Rome. Parts of the map you have not yet explored are shrouded in darkness. As you move your armies further afield, cities, armies, and the lay of the land are revealed to you. This is Rome, the eternal city of the Seven Hills, home of the Senate and the people of Rome. At this stage there is no empire, just Rome, with the Senate ruling and a few great families such as yours vying for power. You play the Julii, one of Rome's great families. At this stage, this is your only army, and you own no cities. Your mission is to assist the Senate in extending the power of Rome. Later, much later, you may have ambitions to take control from the Senate and become emperor. An army of Gauls is approaching from the north, and the Senate have sent an army under Captain Decius to intercept them. He has requested your assistance. Normally, each faction makes its moves in turn, but I'll move your army for you to get us to the battle. Battle is about to commence. Get ready to defend Rome from the barbarian horde.
Ave, General. I am Marcus, trusted centurion and military. As you enter a battlefield, your view starts by facing to the north. The Senate army joined battle from the southwest of the bridge, so it starts here. The invading Gaul army started. The Gauls are beginning an attack. This is the act.
Units! Move out!
This is your general, Gaius Julius, your faction leader on the campaign map and commander in the field. He is the most important unit. His wisdom and courage give both strength and morale to the soldiers around him. Use him wisely and victory is certain. You can rotate your camera view by pushing your mouse cursor to the edges of the screen, or hold down left-click on the ground and use your left or right cursor keys to rotate around the cursor. Your cursor keys move the camera left, right, forwards and backwards. Try this now.
Move out!
To select your general's cavalry unit, left-click on the unit card or left-click on the actual unit. When you're ready, right-click on while a selected unit. You might want the camera to follow a selected unit automatically. If so, use the delete key. Your camera view will lock on the selected unit. Use the delete key to unlock the camera again. Double left-click on the unit card indicated. These triarii are elite Roman spearmen. They are the backbone of a Roman army.
Guard this area!
You'll see that the camera pans directly to a unit if you double left-click on it. If you use a single left-click, it will select the unit card, but not change your view. Our maneuvering has attracted the attention of the enemy cavalry, and they're coming this way. Archers are vulnerable to cavalry attacks.
Quickly! Quickly!
The triarii unit's spears are one of the best weapons against cavalry. To attack the cavalry, move your mouse over the barbarian cavalry unit. When the cursor becomes a sword, double right-click to charge.
Fire! Triarii!
Make sure you don't let your troops chase fleeing enemy units unless all enemy units on the battlefield are routing. It will just tire your troops and leave your other forces vulnerable. Use the Halt button to stop a unit.
Ready! Stop! Attack quickly! Charge!
The enemy are now sending archers against us. Select your archers by left-clicking on them or their unit card. Now, right-click to attack the indicated enemy archer unit. Make sure you don't march your own archers into any hand-to-hand fighting. Archers default to skirmish mode and make poor hand-to-hand soldiers. Now select your general.
Triarii! Halt! General! Hurry! Move out! At the double! Triarii! Run! Move! Forward! Quickly!
The barbarians have noticed that we are moving to the bridge. Guard this end with your triarii. Place your archers behind them. Use
Patty, guard this area! this area! General! Guard this area! Archers! Attack! Triarii! Ready! General! Come back, coward! Triarii! Attack quickly!
When crossing a bridge in battle, it is best for units to cross as fast as they can. Troops can be vulnerable to enemy attack during a crossing. Now get across that river and kill the remaining enemy.
General!
The barbarians have started a full-scale attack. Hurry! Now that you're ready to attack the enemy, move your Triarii spearmen to the left flank of the enemy. Use your archers and general as close support. When moving troops around on the battlefield, it is a good idea to... You press this...
Praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear makes a home in our... Rome demands victory from her generals, and this day is clearly our victory!
Now you've learnt the basics of the battlefield, I'm going to show you how to play on the campaign map. Battles last just a day, but building an empire takes time. On the campaign map, time is divided into turns, each lasting 6 months. If you look at your army, you will see that the Senate has rewarded...
Imperator!
The controls on the campaign map are similar to the battlefield. Left-click selects things, and right-click moves them. If you want to look around the map, use the up, down, left and right cursor keys, or just push your mouse cursor to the edges of the screen. Try it. Double-clicking. It's time to get moving. Select the army indicated by using the left mouse button, and we'll move it.
Orders! Forward!
You have selected your army. You'll notice that as soon as you do this, the panel at the bottom of the screen fills with unit cards. Use right-click to move all your units to the... Remember, when moving your armies around the map, it is best to do so in force. Moving your forces around in very small armies or as individual units leaves them very vulnerable to attack. Keep your units grouped together. The panel at the bottom of the screen gives details on whatever you have selected and has buttons that bring up a variety of scrolls. You may also have noticed that when you hold the mouse pointer over things, a handy tooltip pops up telling you what it is. You can look at these later by yourself. This is your overview of the world. This displays... Controlling a faction requires... This is the end. It is now a new campaign. Money is essential to build settlements or troops. The circle button on the control panel is where you can see a summary of your empire's income and expenditure for the turn. At the moment, you have no empire, so there's not much to see there, other than the ongoing expense of maintaining your army.
Engage the enemy! Engage the enemy!
From time to time, you will see a small picture slide down. The Senate mission to capture Tarquinii gives you a chance to earn a reward from the Senate and to gain a settlement which will give you. To attack or siege a settlement, left-click on the army you want to attack with, and then right-click on the target settlement. Depending on how far you are from Tarquinii, it may take you more than one turn to get there. If you can't get there in one turn, hit Enter. This scroll contains your options for besieging enemy settlements. Left-click on Show Me How for further details.
General! Move out! Joining forces!
Right-click to move your army to any part of the highlighted area. Attack by right-clicking on a rival's army or settlement. Merge with a friendly army.
I am no friend to fear. This many...
Siege equipment is automatically deployed for you. The unit selected to control it has a ram's head icon in the corner of its unit card. If you would like a different unit to control the equipment, select the unit currently in control and left-click the Special Ability button. The unit will drop the equipment. To assign a new unit, simply select its unit card, mouse over the siege equipment.
Units! March! Units! Units! March! Units! Units! March!
Use your onagers to smash down the walls of the enemy settlement by left-clicking to select your weapons and right-clicking to... You have pressed the Fire at Will button for the first time. This toggles Fire at Will on and off for the selected troops. Toggle Fire at Will off if you wish to preserve ammunition.
Units! Double time!
Our soldiers have reached the gates with a battering ram.
enemy settlement's gate has been destroyed by your battering ram. You have the advantage. Get some men through the breach quickly before the enemy can defend it.
Our soldiers...
It is possible to set alight arrows to rain fire and death down upon the enemy. Flaming arrows have reduced accuracy but are more devastating. Once your men are in combat, you can make them break off just by right-clicking on a point behind them. Make sure you click well back though, or the unit will stop too close to the enemy. This can be a useful trick if your men are faster than the enemies.
Great gods!
The best way to clear away enemy missile infantry is a direct cavalry charge. However, be wary of them retreating to difficult terrain for your cavalry to manage, or to where there are friendly units that could threaten you. Lower quality infantry are useful for engaging and holding the enemy in place while you go round them. Enemy cavalry are readying an attack on the flanks of these already engaged spearmen. Either pull them back. Your general is in difficulty. Spearmen are about to attack your cavalry, and they are already in a fight. Get the horsemen out of there. Spearmen are the most effective force against cavalry. Left-click the shot.
The enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
Attacking spearmen from the front is a good way to... It is possible to set alight artillery ammunition. A well-placed rock can kill a lot of enemy troops. But it's hard to hit anything smaller than a settlement wall with these machines. Onagers fire large rocks and are mainly intended for use against walls and buildings. They can cause casualties amongst troops too.
enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
Left-click on graphic options to add or remove graphical effects and change the resolution of the campaign map and battlefields. Left-click on sound options to change sound effects and music levels. Load or save a campaign, or exit to the main front-end menu by left-clicking the appropriate buttons.
Well done. You have freed the Tarquinii from tyranny. The Senate of Rome has voted to allow full citizenship to the Tarquinii. You must now develop this settlement and put business in order. This will take less time if you do not... Now would be a good time to learn how to control the development of your settlements by selecting and constructing the correct buildings to keep this settlement safe and to support your troops. Once a character or army is moving towards their target, you can double their speed with an additional left. Manual recruitment. Use backspace. Use the spacebar to... This scroll appears when you attempt to merge two armies that would contain too many units if combined. Use this scroll to manually merge selected units. Click on the general or unit you wish. You now have all the basics you need to manage a successful faction. Your only limits are your own ability and the whims of fate. You may wish to continue this campaign and steer your faction to dominance in Italy. You have selected a target outside the green highlighted. Left-click on graphics options to add or remove graphical effects and change the resolution of the campaign map and battlefields. Left-click on sound options to change sound effects and music levels. Load